Happy Sunday, besties. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna have a chat about a topic that I appreciate can be slightly controversial, alright? But do bear with me because I want to have a chat with you about why I personally stopped buying fast fashion garments and why I think you should too. So I know for everyone, not buying fast fashion might not be an option, right? But for the majority of us, I feel like we do have the option of whether or not we do buy fast fashion. I get it. You may think, right, why do I even care? Like, why should I stop buying fast fashion? But do hear me out. I feel like there are so many better ways to shop in today's day and age instead of buying fast fashion. So my first reason as to why I stopped buying fast fashion garments is that it simply does not stand the test of time. Like, I'm one of these people. I adore wearing things on repeat. I adore buying high quality things that I can keep for years and years, literally. I'm not one of these people that I'm like, oh, something in my wardrobe is not holding up. Now I have the opportunity to buy something new. No, not really. For me, like when something breaks, like if I have a garment that I adore wearing and then it doesn't look good anymore, then I'm just like sad. I honestly think like the things that hold up in my wardrobe and that I can wear time and time again and that I'm like comfortable in and that are like standing the test of time in my wardrobe, those are the things that I want to buy, right? When you walk into like a Zara or an H&M or like whatever fast fashion store you're in, first off, the materials are not the materials that I personally enjoy wearing for the most of it. I think the quality of the stitching and the quality of the kind of like construction of the garment, it's not made to last. It's just poor quality in general. Sometimes when you walk in there, you see garments like falling apart already as they're in the store. Like there are threads poking out. Like the garment is a little bit wonky. Like the stitching is barely holding together. Like the fabric quality, like if you hold it up to the light, you see through that polyester sweater, right? It's just not of the quality that I personally want to spend my money on. Generally, also in fast fashion stores, they're focusing on the more trendy stuff, right? If you want to buy things for cheap and you want to wear them for one season, right? Fast fashion is great. I don't really encourage that kind of spending in kind of consuming pattern, right? Because I don't really think that's sustainable and I don't think it's chic to just wear stuff for like a season and then just throw it away. I think that's pretty like uncute, actually, if we can go uncute. But essentially, I think if you want to, like I said, to buy stuff that's literally just copied from something of higher quality that was on the runway, go to Zara or something, right? They are generally good at copying, which I also do not appreciate. Like, if you're just gonna copy what someone else is doing, do you really have to put out that garment into the universe? Because there's already a more high quality thing that was on the runway that people can buy. Granted, yes, that thing they use on the runway is ridiculously expensive, but can Zara or whatever brand not at least do something that's slightly different, right? Allegedly, they're copying, right? I'm not saying they're copying because it's just allegedly. The things in fast fashion stores, like I said, they're tending to be pretty trendy in general, right? Which my aesthetic, if we think about what I like to wear generally, is not trendy garments. It's more kind of classic and timeless, and I try to invest in things that I can keep for years and years, right? And that I can wear on repeat, literally, without them falling apart. So that's also kind of like my style ethos, right? I like to have high quality things that I do have to do the maintenance for, right? I do have to like wash them correctly. I cannot just throw them in the wash because then that cashmere sweater will not be a good quality cashmere sweater anymore. Then it will be teeny tiny and look like something that a doll should wear, right? Which is not great and it's not what we're striving for. I do not buy fast fashion garments because generally they tend to be of low quality. Generally they tend to be pretty trendy, right? In terms of the bulk of the clothing that's available in fast fashion stores or on fast fashion retail sites, right? And also, if I may say so, I think they're pretty expensive for what you get. Like, what is the price of a Zara blazer today? Like 60, 70, 80 euros, something like this, right? Or like a COS blazer or whatever. They're like 200 euros or something. Is that not super expensive? Like, I bought my pre-loved Brunello Cucinelli blazer for the same price. Literally. I think you can, like, if you're willing to just do a little bit of a scroll on your favorite pre-loved website, I think you can find such high quality things for the same price point. So I'm just like, what's the point actually of shopping fast fashion apart from the fact that it's easy, right? It's very available, it's super easy. It's like those things, like if you think, cherry red is in this season, I want something cherry red, then you go into like Shein or Zara or H&M or COS or whatever, right? You see something in cherry red, you're like, yes, that is in, that is what I want to buy, and you just buy it. Super easy, super available. Like, I get the convenience of it all. What I do not get is like the quality is so bad that it's like literally gonna fall apart. And for me, that is just sad, especially because it's, in my opinion, kind of expensive for the quality that you're getting versus what you actually can find if you're willing to, like, waiting for something to go on sale on a more sustainable site, or like shopping pre-loved. I think it's the like main step change in terms of shopping. Like, if you want to buy high quality stuff for a good price, like, just search pre-loved. There are so many things that are not even worn, which is also one of those things, right? I mean, we're just consuming so much stuff in today's day and age that, I mean, we buy stuff that we don't even wear. Like, how messed up is that? Honestly, like, it blows my mind. Like, I've done this too, right? I did like a major wardrobe clear out. I didn't film it because I'm like, this is just so stressful. I just want to be alone in doing this. Because I was like clearing out stuff that I bought when I was like 15, right? And I'm like, some of this I didn't even wear. Like, what's the point in buying all of these Urban Outfitters things, right? If I'm not even gonna wear them. Like, sure, they looked cool at the time, but like, I am not boho chic. And when you go into the fast fashion stores, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks so cute on the mannequin. And then you're like trying to wear it and you're like, I am not, like I said, a boho chic queen. Like, I thought I was, but honestly, I'm just not, right? Which is also one of those things, right? When you walk into the fast fashion stores, it's so easy to get swept up in stuff just looking good on the mannequins or just looking good in the store. I mean, this is easy when you shop pre-loved as well. I mean, let's be honest. Like, shopping without an aim, or like shopping without a wish list, or like something in mind that you actually need, right? It's so easy to just buy whatever and just bring it home and you're just like, oh my gosh, what is this? It does not match with anything in my wardrobe, and now I'm just gonna have to return it. And how many of us do actually follow the returns, right? I mean, I think a lot of us, we just forget that we have to return stuff, and then it's just laying there and it's not getting a return, and then it's not getting worn, and you just bought that thing, but now it's not serving a purpose. Like, how sad is that? For that reason, also, I do not buy fast fashion stuff. I don't even go into fast fashion stores anymore because I just find it stressful, hectic, and just not an enjoyable experience. Granted, you can buy fast fashion stuff online, but I have no desire to do that. Then I would rather just scroll my favorite pre-loved websites, see if I see something of high quality, a good deal, and like something that would blend into my wardrobe. For me, I can do that from my couch. I can just sit here, like just do a little selfie or whatever site is your favorite, scroll. And when you shop at fast fashion stores, you will likely wear the same thing as basically everyone else. Because how often do you not see like that Zara jacket or those COS pants or that Shein shirt or whatever, right? I don't know the trends, honestly. But I mean, how often don't you see that kind of, oh no, it's sold out because this girly wore it on Instagram and now everyone is wearing it and now everyone looks the exact same. Like, what's the point of that? Honestly, like, I get it. Like, buying the same thing as someone else, copying their look and just feeling fabulous, right? I get it. But equally, I don't really enjoy wearing the exact same thing as everyone else. Like, I enjoy finding those unique pieces, or like wearing those unique pieces that my grandma wore in the 80s or whatever, right? I find it so much more fun to buy kind of slightly unique pieces, wearing those on repeat, making them a core part of my aesthetic, and people are like, yes, that is Amanda's style. I mean, I've had that so many times. If I show people like, yeah, I'm planning on buying this, and they're like, yes, that is your aesthetic to a T, right? If you buy the same thing as everyone else, you won't have that, right? I'm saying this in the least judgy way possible, right? I am throwing no shade. There's no shade being thrown. I'm just trying to give you a different perspective, right? Wouldn't it be more fun if it's like, oh my gosh, that is Lindsay's aesthetic or whatever, right? Instead of just like, yeah, you're copying whatever someone wore on Instagram or Pinterest or TikTok or wherever you're browsing, right? Like, I'm trying to buy everything pre-loved because I think it's just like, I enjoy the hunt of like going out there thinking, what are cool brands that probably will have what I'm looking for, right? Then you scroll the Loro Piana or the Brunello Cucinelli or the Brooks Brothers or the Ralph Lauren or the Cartier or the Hermes or whatever you're looking for. You're just scrolling those brands and you're just like, oh my gosh, I found the perfect pair of Hugo Boss navy blue slacks. I have to buy them. After all of that scrolling of like searching for the perfect item, and then you find that item, it's like, yes, I found it. I won it live, literally. Am I the only one who kind of plays this game? Maybe. And also one of those things, right? Some of the clothes, they just straight up look bad. Like I said, I'm throwing no shade today, literally. But I mean, sometimes you just see, like, if someone is wearing something and you just see like, that is a poorly crafted polyester garment. And I can see it from a mile away. And I'm like, first off, that just looks uncomfortable to wear because, I mean, for me personally, polyester things, it's not my vibe. But secondly, like, I'm sorry, but like buying a cotton t-shirt and wearing that would be cuter than wearing that polyester garment that is literally falling apart at the seams. Like, I can see it. And it's not a cheap clothing garment, right? It's not a cheap piece of clothing, right? It's probably something that you paid like 40 euros for or something at Zara, but I'm just like, why? For why? And why do these clothing pieces exist, right? They're existing because, I mean, for one, you look trendy, right? Which is, I mean, if you're going for that trendy aesthetic, great. But secondly, they're not built to last because they're built to basically keep you in this current spending wheel, right? Because the fast fashion stores, and every store, I mean, it's a business after all, right? They want you to come back, right? To spend more time and money with them, which is fair. It's a business. I get it. It's not different with sustainable brands or with like high fashion or like whatever super luxury brands. They also want you to come back and spend with them. That cycle is no different, right? But the cycle is different in that if you buy higher quality things in general, you will be able to keep them for longer, which I personally do appreciate, right? Like I said, like maybe I'm just too cheap for fashion at the moment, but I think buying stuff that holds up well and that is kind of better quality, like if you shop secondhand, you can find such high quality things for less than what you would purchase stuff for in the fast fashion stores. Like I just, maybe it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Because I personally just do not get fast fashion. But I mean, if you have another opinion, like please do let me know in the comments because I want this to be a discussion, right? I think there's also a conversation to be had about, can brands be sustainable in general? I think if you're putting out a bunch of new garments every single season or every single week and you call yourself sustainable, not sure if I find that sustainable because that's just a lot of new garments. In a world where there's already so much stuff out there, we can easily shop pre-loved or secondhand and find such high quality things that have barely been worn. So I personally think that the future of shopping is actually secondhand or pre-loved. There are better ways to shop. There are ways that you can buy high quality things for less than what you pay for at fast fashion stores. I get that not everyone wants to buy clothing pre-loved, but equally, I think if you don't, like, why is that? Like I said, there's so much stuff out there that's never been worn. Someone bought it, it did not work out for them. Maybe they bought the wrong size, or they do not suit that color, or they just have something that they gravitate towards over that garment. So why would you not scoop it up? If it's a good deal, it's a great brand, it's a great fabric composition and whatever. Like, it's something that you feel like you will wear. I feel like in today's day and age, we don't actually use our stuff, right? We buy something, wear it once or twice, and then it's like, meh, I already wore that. But that is not sustainable, excuse me. But essentially, we need to be better at actually using our stuff, taking care of our stuff. Like, if a button falls off or something, just sew that button back on. Like, you can like just YouTube search how to sew on a button, and then you find a tutorial, right? It's not even I can do that. Like, and I'm not a DIY queen, literally. And like washing our cashmere stuff, like, even if you don't want to wash it like at home in your sink, take it to the tailor. They can wash it up. It's not that expensive in the long term if you think about kind of buying constantly new stuff. The alternative cost of taking care of your high quality stuff, I think, will be cheaper in the long run. It will be more sustainable. You will not have to spend all your time shopping either, which, if shopping is your cardio, then that might be an issue, but then maybe we can go for a walk instead and like look at nature. But guys, I think that is enough rambling. I am slightly delusional at this point. Like I said, we've been chatting now for literally forever, so I should let you guys go. Thank you so much for coming with me on this little ranty journey. But guys, tell me in the comments, right? How do you feel about fast fashion? Is it a yay or is it a nay for you? Please do let me know. Like I said, let's have a discussion in the comments. I do not want this to be a one-way communication flow. Thank you so much for spending this time and space with me. I will see you back here at 3 p.m. next Sunday, Swedish time, obviously. Until then, stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.